Ahoy, mateys! Let's set sail on the good ship Turtle Anxiety with Bebop and Rocksteady Pirate Edition from the Turtles in Time arcade line. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Neca Ninja Turtle unboxing and review. And today, we've got the Neca Ninja Turtle Pirate Bebop and Rocksteady from the arcade line. But remember, for all your Ninja Turtle needs, especially the arcade line, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So now I don't really dabble in these arcade Ninja Turtle figures. You got to cut the line somewhere. I don't get the comic ones. I don't get the arcade ones. But this Pirate Bebop and Rocksteady was too much for me. If there's anything I love masked figures, painted figures, big figures, tattooed figures, pirate figures. Yes, you heard it here. Pirates. I love pirates. Sailing across the sea, stealing people's gold, having a good time. And this was such a tongue-in-cheek. I remember the game. I have the arcade cabinet, I think 1-Up cabinet. I have it in my house right now. Me and the kids play it every once in a while. I had to have this. I had to have this. This is goofy enough, different enough that this is something I need. Whereas a lot of the comic book figures I don't need. The majority of these arcade ones I don't need. I don't like the cartoon, like graphic design and paint gaps on them. That holds this back a little bit from me. But just being pirate and this 2-pack, Bebop Rocksteady being cool figures, being big figures, this really spoke to me out there. So I said, you know what, I did have to have this. And this one was supposed to be out a while ago, if I remember correctly, but like a lot of things been delayed, and I forgot all about it. And now here it is here. It is here. Turtle Anxiety defeated once again. Pro Wrestling Tees, search Kyle Peterson. Get your very own Turtle Anxiety shirt. A hot seller out there. But let's take a look at this, and we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We'll see where it goes from there. So let's take a look at the packaging here. We don't see this. Like I said, I don't unbox the arcade figures on the channel. I pass up on all those things. The only one I kept was that Shell Shock shirt. Easy for me to say real fast. Shell Shock Turtle. That's a tough one. That's a tongue twister, as they would say. But I unboxed that one from the Loot Crate. But this one, like I said, I just had to have. So you got that kind of, it almost looks like a time warp. Well, it is. There it is. Turtles in Time. Duh. There you go, Kyle. So it's got a little Turtles in Time graphics, the purple. Just kind of a time warp there. Big window box as we're accustomed to with these 2-packs. Just very cool looking. On the front, of course, Turtles in Time, Pirate Bebop, Pirate Rocksteady, Turtles in Time, Turtles logo, Nickelodeon. You got some turtles throughout here. Turtles in Time on the very top. There it is. On the side, a little glamour shot action. Flying through time, of course. And flying through time again right there. And then the back of the package, we got a little cross-sell down below of all the figures. And you got Pirate Bebop Rocksteady. Now, I think this is probably, I don't know if I would say the most profitable line for NECA Turtle figures out there, but it's probably one of the cheapest to produce for them, as they use a lot of the same body molds that we get with the cartoon turtles, and just change their paint applications and change a few things here, but there's a lot of reuse between all those. Pirate Bebop and Rocksteady is a little different. Some new molds going on here, some new things. But you look down at the cross-sell down below, there's a lot of guys we saw that really aren't a ton different from their traditional cartoon counterparts besides the paint apps out there. But this one's pretty cool looking, so let's do it. Let's take it out of the package. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's doing with the Turtles in Time. Oh, I even like the background. It looks like a pirate ship. So I can see some people saving that stuff. You guys know how that goes. Might need to save it, but we'll throw it, see you later, off to the side. We got 2 plastic prisons with this one. Look at this one, a plastic prison of just hands. Everybody loves hands. Playing peekaboo through here, look at that. But we got 2 extra sets of hands for each character right there. Once again, some reuse from the cartoon versions of these figures. And we will compare these to the cartoon counterparts later on here in the video. Taking a look here, there's really no twist ties with this one, or there's a few, I guess. The hands are done, and one around the way. There's a lot. What am I saying? There's the hands, the legs, and everything else. So we'll take this one off camera as well. But there they are in the plastic prison. Now, interesting, you know, the traditional Bebop Rocksteady coming with big guns and stuff. Instead, this one, pirate-inspired weapons. I absolutely love it. Just love the tongue-in-cheekness of this one. Just very, very cool. So, let me unbox these guys. Let me get them out of the plastic prison. We'll dig into the Pirate Bebop and the Pirate Rocksteady. All right, we're out of the package, out of the old plastic prison. So let's start it off with Bebop. We're going to go through each one, take a look at them, then we'll compare them to the other Bebop and Rocksteady. What do you think? Okay, sounds good. So here's Bebop. First thing I notice is he has a weapon, and it's a whip. A little whip action. So a little different than the traditional guns we get with Bebop and Rocksteady. This is a bendy wire in here, so you can bend this and articulate it in all different kinds of areas you want to. So that is pretty cool. That is a little neat. Like a lot of bendy wires, I think you got to be a little careful. If you bend one angle a little too much and you work with it too much, it could snap in half, but it's pretty pliable for the most part. So a whip, I guess that's a cool pirate weapon, I would say. So that's what we get for Bebop. He does come with two fisted hands. Bebop's fisting everybody. Everybody's getting fisted by Bebop. That's the way it goes sometimes. But he does have all the hands. You got open hands, you got slapping hands, you got all the hands you want under there. Ooh, very difficult, tight joints as usual. Double jointed elbows on this one. Now, one thing that's bothered me with the first Bebop, and now it bothers me with this one, is his shoulder gauntlets here. They really limit his articulation. You got to be careful. If you bend his arms too much, this will tear, this will rip, it will break. I wish they would have done this a little bit differently. There is some weak articulation points there, so that is a little disappointing that they didn't get that fixed for later renditions of this figure. He does have arms, but like I said, they don't go around. You can't do the old 360. You can't do any of that. Not a lot of arm movement on this one. Not a lot of playability. If you're a kid out there wanting to play with this probably isn't the Bebop, probably Rocksteady either for you. I do like that he has the mouth articulation, though. You can move the mouth open just a little, but not a ton. He does have his glasses on. He's got his cool pirate do-rag on, like a young Hulk Hogan. He does got a pirate bone necklace, which is pretty cool. The coloring, that's what makes it arcade-ish, but the different shades and stuff is supposed to look like a video game. I don't like that. I would have liked a straight-on rendition, but these video game ones technically aren't for me. I'm not a huge video game fan collector of any. There's like Zelda toys. There's different ones that have the cell shading from the games. That's not my kind of thing. So I'm not going to say it's terrible because some people like that, but I just don't like it in these figures. I wish these were plain Jane, but I get why they are not. He's got kind of a pirate shirt. It looks a lot like Kevin Nash in the Punisher movie. You guys remember the Punisher movie? Punisher Warzone, though we're talking Marvel movies, some of the greatest Marvel movies of all time. The #1 unrated one and possibly the best one ever. Yes, I said it. Punisher Warzone. Check that out. You don't want to miss Punisher Warzone. Beautiful, violent. Newman's in it. What more could you want? He's got his black pants, got black, like kind of like buckle pirate shoes. Looks like Peter Pan or something here, but it's just really cool. It's just a really cool, neat figure, much like Halloween figures, much like the Bebop Rocksteady we got in the Loot Crate where they're Easter Bunny themed. I put these in kind of that same category. Just a fun, simple, not a huge collection thing. I'm not buying all these. This isn't opening the gateway to me getting all these arcade figures. It's just a one-off, fun set of figures you can put on kind of a turtle miscellaneous shelf as I continue to build my NECA cartoon, movie, and I guess a little bit of arcade shelves right now. But he's got the black, his legs do move, he gets a little bit of side-to-side action. He does have the double-jointed knees, the ankles do move around. I always like the fist on him. I just hate that the articulation basically ends where his arm's there. I'd like to move him up a little bit more, but I just don't want to run the risk of breaking this. That would just be pretty brutal, as you guys can imagine. He's got the vest on there. It's got some of the shading as well in the back. But not terrible, not the best, not the worst, but I do like this. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? It depends what you're looking for out of these. I don't know. If you're a hardcore arcade person, you might not like these as much. You might find something wrong with it. But for somebody like me, just for a neat conversation piece, it works out pretty good. He does fit on a stand, but you got to kind of finagle him a little bit as he is top heavy, much like the other Bebop figure, of course. But he will stand, but you just got to get those legs in the right position. Easier said than done. There you go. For now, that's how he'll look. Now, let's move on to our friend Rocksteady. Probably the best talking rhino of all time. Is there a better talking rhino? You guys be the judge. You tell me in the comments below. Same articulation on him as well. He also has shoulder gauntlets. He's more of a fancy pirate. He's got a fancy blazer on, a suit coat, got kind of some general type shoulder gauntlets going on there. He's got the double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. Once again, very top heavy with smaller legs and stuff. And his mouth does not really move at all on this one. I thought it did. I like the pirate hat with the ears sticking through on this one. Great white teeth. Not great white, but you know what I mean. Great white teeth. Very white. Really pops out of there. He's got 2 fists as well. He's fisting everybody too. There's a lot of fisting in this video. Watch out. Watch out. The fists are flying. People are getting fisted everywhere. That's the way it's going. He does come with his little sword. Unguard, he would say, I think. You know, a long time ago when I was a kid, I was working at a grocery store, as you guys know, as a young kid. And there was one kid, he had to go to fencing lessons all the time. Oh, I got to be done by 6. I got my fencing lessons. And I just looked at him like he had a 3rd head. I didn't know a lot of kids in the Midwest that went to fencing lessons. But I'll tell you, he did. He had to be off by 6. So there you go. But yeah, I will have these guys both displayed with their weapons. You got to have weapons on these. They do look better with the weapons, especially a Rocksteady here with this kind of pirate sword. He'll look pretty cool with that one. He's kind of got like a little bow tie going on. Not quite a tie, not quite, I don't know, just a little fancier. So he must be a fancier pirate than our old friend Bebop here. He's got a lot of that shading going on. I like that they gave him the back buttons on his suit coat right here. I think that is pretty cool. But the cell shading, it's kind of one of those things you can look past it a little bit if you glance at it, but then if you look real close, that's when you see the cell shading going on. So it's an interesting dynamic there. He does have the Foot logo on the top of his hat. I forgot to mention that. That is a pretty cool nod to his Foot Clan brethren, I guess we'd call it. But a lot of cool stuff with this one as well. Just regular boots. A lot of reuse, but a lot of new stuff with this one. And I'm sure he'll fit on a stand as well. No? Nope, I don't think he's going to fit, guys. Oh, he fits. So there you go. He fits on the stand as well. Top heavy. You got to kind of finagle him, move the joints around, but he will fit. So I say it all the time. RingsideCollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. So if you're looking for some stands for these might work. You just got to work at them a little bit. And then, of course, we've got the traditional Bebop, the traditional Rocksteady. If you're looking for a Bebop and Rocksteady, these by far are the ones you got to get first. This is the traditional ones. This is the ones we know and love. You got to go this direction if you're only having one. But if you're a fan, if you love quirky Ninja Turtle stuff out there, I would never turn my nose up at somebody buying this one. I think this is a must-have if you're a Turtle fan out there. Somebody like the old Outlaw Waylon Jennings, he knows he has to get this as well. That's just the way it goes. But if you're only getting one Bebop and Rocksteady, no doubt these are the 2 you need. The classic ones. Beautiful, beautiful figures. Some limitations and some things that are a little disappointing about these. The shoulder guards, especially on Bebop, have always drove me crazy. And some things never change with this pirate one. But I love both of them. These are number 1, but these are really cool for what they are. That's why I had to pick them up in my moment of weakness, but I am glad I did. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? Did you pick these up? I'm sure a lot of you guys have these, but are you planning on getting these? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Get this very shirt, Turtle Anxiety. You can pick it up there. But that's it for Bebop and Rocksteady Pirate Edition and the Classic Edition. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.